The evacuation order is now in place for South Lake Tahoe, which also extends up into Kirkwood, which is part of Alpine County. It's important to follow all the local authorities' issuance of evacuation information as the conditions change rapidly. Although in the planning effort over the course of the last several days, there have been a number of evacuation warnings, and the information is being pushed out leading up to today's evacuation order. And there's been a tremendous amount of work over the weekend with all of the different local, state, and federal partners working in the South Lake Tahoe area, going out and knocking on doors, making sure that all of those folks knew if they needed to evacuate, they could. That included evacuating the jail in South Lake Tahoe. It included evacuating Barton Hospital in South Lake Tahoe, and it included making sure that individuals who had any access and functional needs issues had all of the transportation or all those assets that were required to be able to get them out in a timely and organized fashion. Also, since our last briefing, we had asked, the governor had asked the president for a presidential major disaster declaration. The White House did approve that major disaster declaration, actually within 24 hours after the governor had submitted it. Andrew Grant, the federal coordinating officer appointed by FEMA, is here today. He'll talk a little bit about that. This federal support will really help impacted counties in Lassen, Nevada, Placer, and Plumas counties at this point. All of this, of course, is a reminder that it's very critical to be prepared and alert here. We are still at the beginning of our fire season, and we know that this past weekend we were breaking fires throughout the state.
In the north part of the state, we've been talking about a lot of fires that are still burning in the north part of the state, the River Complex, the Antelope, the McFarland and Monument fires in particular. There are new fires that are cropping up in those areas, McCash and Knob fires. All of these fires in the north part of the state are ones that we have resources on, and we're fighting, but we're also knowing that those are less concerning to lives and property right now. Circle down to Southern California. Southern California in particular, over the weekend in San Diego County, we had a really touchy fire, the Chaparral fire. Chaparral fire is burning right on the border between San Diego, Orange County, and Riverside County. Real tight little spot, look pretty remote for those counties. Great stop. Stopped it at 1,500 acres. Probably by the end of the day today, we'll see evacuation orders lifted in the communities of Duluth and those areas outside of Temecula. Coming back to the critical fires, the Dixie. Dixie is still the second largest fire in California's history. It is the 14th most damaging fire in California's history. And we are continuing to fight that in two fronts. One up in the north, the Lassen National Park, as it moves into parts further north from there. A lot of effort being undertaken there, and then down toward Quincy on the south end, east of Quincy, Genesee Valley, a lot of work and good work being done there. Then we come to the Caldor. Caldor is a real tough one for us. It's been burning in heavy timber in Deep Canyon Gorge of the Highway 50 corridor between South Lake Tahoe and Sacramento, and very difficult terrain as well as conditions to fight fire. You might remember a couple of reports ago, we haven't had fires burn from one side of the Sierras to the other. We did with the Dixie, now we have with the Caldor. 2 times in our history, and they're both happening this month. So we need to be really cognizant that there is fire activity happening in California that we have never seen before. I've said it before, but the critical thing for you, the public, to know is evacuate early. Early.